Game on, everybody, and welcome to another episode. In this episode, I will be discussing what free-to-play is based on my opinions and the community poll that I made with over 750 participants. All participants on the Google form are kept anonymous. In this questionnaire, I asked 10 simple questions in regards to the topic and 2 personal questions about the user's account. Throughout the video, I will be revealing my own personal answers and responding to any community questions and comments. First question, why do you care, LOL? Or why does it matter? It's not so much that I care, it's just I'm more curious to know what everyone has to say about this because the term seems to be different for everyone. In my original post, I said, I see a lot of confusion on what qualifies as free-to-play, so I decided to make an open poll and ask the community what qualifies as free-to-play in Kingdom Hearts Unchained X. I left the questions to only be true or false and yes or no questions. Someone mentioned, this is good and all, but all the options are a little black and white. This is exactly what I wanted when making the form because I wanted users to decide, is this free to play or is it not? There's no in between or no gray area, that way we can try to narrow it down to see what is and isn't free to play. Before I finally get onto the questions and results, keep in mind these stats are based on what seem to be more hardcore of players or demographic have to say about the topic. I tried my best to get a wide demographic and variety of all ages and genders of players by posting onto multiple Discord servers that are primarily Kingdom Hearts Unchained X related with the permission of the server owners and or mods, the Kingdom Hearts subreddit, and multiple large Kingdom Hearts Unchained X related Facebook pages. Question number 1. Free to play F2P equals money was not spent on the account. True or false? Almost 90% of users said that this was true, and I agree. The word free when used as an adverb means without cost or payment. Question 2. If you bought VIP at least once, you are no longer free to play. True or false? We just discussed what the definition of free means, but almost 200 people said that this was false. To be clear, I answered that this is true, so what gives? Well, question 3 I asked, if you were gifted VIP by another player, you are no longer free to play. True or false? About 2/3 of users said that this was false. Some comments mentioned that they got a gift card from either someone from their party, another YouTuber, or even some relatives, so they haven't spent any of their own personal money, so they see themselves as free to play. But the money had to come from somewhere. Someone is still spending money so you can purchase VIP or jewels. Following up, users also commented about Google Opinion Rewards credit. And this is why I think users believe if no actual money was spent on the account but credit was, then you are still free to play. For those that are unfamiliar with the service, Google Opinion Rewards, you'll take surveys that are run by market researchers. Because you got credit from Google and because you answered opinion questionnaires, you are essentially being credited funds to your account for your time. This is somewhat similar to working. You put your time in and then you get compensated with money to spend on whatever you desire on your account. I personally answered false for this question due to it still someone spending money or some form of money on the account. Almost 90% of the users said free to play means no money was spent on the account. But if people say credit is not a form of currency, then I guess I'll stay on the minority on this one, but I will still strongly disagree. I also saw comments that people were saying that an account cannot be free to play, but a player can still be free to play. I kinda don't understand that whatsoever due to once the money gets put onto the account and it is your account, then you as the player are also not free to play. Moving on to question number 4. Question number 4, are all farmable medals free to play? True or false? Without a doubt, 93% of you all answered, including myself, that this is true. So what are farmable medals? Well, the term farming refers to a gaming tactic where players perform repetitive actions to gain experience points or even some in-game currency. In the case of Kingdom Hearts Unchained X, it is medals. So let's dig deeper into this by continuing on to question 5. Question 5. All event medals are free to play. True or false? This is where I start seeing users have a change of heart. Only 73% of users, including myself, said that this is true. Here are some examples of event medals. There were medals that were available by continuously playing a limited time event such as Halloween Town Sora, the Kingdom Hearts 3D 2.8 medals, Christmas Town Sora, Maleficent Bee, Classic Donald and Goofy, plus many more. These don't even cover the medals that are farmable in Union Cross event. There were even some that were behind a jewel board when purchasing. With your jewels, you get a few copies of the medal, for example. There was Illustrated Sid, Illustrated Yuffie, and Illustrated Aerith. And then there were free event medals for like celebrations. Timeless River Mickey was celebrating Mickey Mouse's birthday, or even the Kingdom Hearts 3 Sora EX medal where Square Enix revealed the Kingdom Hearts 3 release trailer. Then there are also limited event medals like the Organization 13 medals where everyone can potentially get 7 of each medal, or even the Jack Skellington event medal where you completed a challenge and then you get a copy of that medal. So yes, some medals were free while others had to be worked for or even unlocked by jewels the users may have been saving up for, but I firmly believe that all event medals are still free to play. Moving on to question number 6, all Hiscore-Challenge medals are free to play, true or false? This was almost an even split within the community. Almost 55% of you that all participated said that this was true, while the other 45% claimed that this statement is false. I personally said that this is true. So what happened? Well, let's start by giving some examples of some Hiscore-Challenge medals. There is Roxas Axel Shion, also known as Rax, Ariel and Sebastian, Vanitas Remnant, Armored Ventus, and the most infamous Jack and Sally, just to name a few. At the time, if you had any of these gilted, extra copies on these medals, or just the right traits on these medals, players with them became an unstoppable force, climbing, dominating Colosseum, and overcoming really tough events. The reason why I consider these medals to be free to play is because almost every medal was obtainable just by gaining a high enough score and maintaining top score. There are over 60,000 participants per event that last about a week long, and if you wanted the banner event medal, players would have to be at least one of the top 5,000 players to get a minimum of one copy. And it is also very likely if you were top 5,000, you would also get multiple copies of any secondary medal or at least one copy of the single advertised event medal. Fun fact, there seems to be over 80,000 players that participate in the Colosseum every month. I know this because with the help of my wife, with only 5 hours left in the Colosseum without falling too far behind, she completed the first round as late as possible so I could see how many players actively participate every month. My wife also helped me get the Hiscore-Challenge event information, so big shout out to her for the help, playing Kingdom Hearts Unchained Key with me, and regularly reaching our party Lux goal every week. I love you. Alright, I can hear it now. But Gilly, that's cute and all, but most of the time you can't even compete without pulling in the Hiscore-Challenge advertised banner. As a player with over 450 days in Kingdom Hearts Unchained Key, there was a time where not only big community influencers were advising to always save your jewels, but to also only pull for the banner at least once to get some score boost in the Hiscore-Challenge if you were free to play. It is all about knowing when to save and knowing when to pull for medals. Speaking of saving jewels, let's move on to the next question. Question 7. All Mercy pullable medals are free to play, true or false? A little more than 2/3 of the community, including myself, said that this is true. Personally, I have always told members of my party to save enough jewels for a Mercy banner so you are guaranteed a banner medal. I will go as so far right now to say to every single one of you all watching the video, always save your jewels for a Kairi banner. Kairi has always been a Mercy banner, and I firmly believe she will forever be a Mercy banner. Back to the question though. So are all Mercy pullable medals free to play? Although the global version of the game has not been as generous as the Japanese version of the game, we still get the resources we need to succeed in the game. Don't be tempted to use your jewels on non-Mercy banners. Don't risk it. You all know the drop rates are really bad in this game for advertised medals. Just remember to be smart with your jewels, and if the banner isn't a Mercy pull, don't pull. No Mercy, no pull. And if you do this, you can keep up in the game with the game-changing medals that are available via Mercy. Take example of the World of Final Fantasy medals when they first came out, or even the copy key arts. You got one every single pull. Those were great free to play banners. To follow up, question 8. Are Gilted Mercy pullable medals free to play? True or false? Almost 60% of the community said that this is a true statement, including myself. Here are 2 different reasons why the community might think this way. 1. If a player saves enough jewels to do a Mercy pull twice, then it is still free to play. 2. Mickey and brooms exist. There aren't many, and brooms are coming slowly, oh so very slowly, but they exist. Up next, question number 9. All tier 3 or lower medals are free to play, true or false? So tier 3s are, well, the 3rd lowest tier of medals that are available in the medals pull banner. So I can understand why 2/3 of the community said that this is true, but I disagree. I disagree because it's still all RNG and not guaranteed. Personally, I am still missing a few tier 3 medals. There are still some medals where tier 3 medals can become game changers with the correct traits, usually buffers and debuffers with extra attack, and become super effective, and even for some players, staples in their own builds. This is personally why I don't agree with the community on this, but it's okay for myself to be in the minority because statistically, majority of players say that they are, and there must be a reason that I'm not seeing, so please leave a comment down below and let me know why that is the case. Alright, the final question before the bonus questions. Question 10. If a Keyblade build contains what you qualify as free to play, but the shared medal is not what you consider free to play, is it still a free to play build? Yes or no? Almost 85% of the users and myself said yes, this qualifies as a free to play build. A free build plus a shared non-free medal doesn't mean your build isn't free to play. There are also random shared medals players come across all the time that aren't from their party, and it would be considered using your resources. Now we move on to some bonus questions. Bonus question 1. Are you free to play? Yes or no? Almost 44% of users said yes, they are free to play, while the remaining 56% said that they are not free to play. I am personally not a free to play player. Bonus question 2. Do you play global or JP version? Users were able to choose global, JP, the Japanese version, or both. About 77% of the players that took this poll play global. Almost 18% of players said that they play both versions of the game, and 5% of players said that they only play the Japanese version. I just want to give a reminder to everyone that these stats are based on the time of this video was originally posted. If you would like to participate in the poll because you haven't yet, it is still open and you can check the description down below for the link. Also be sure to share the video with other players so they can learn what the community has to say about what it means to be free to play in Kingdom Hearts Unchained Key. Shout out to Smelly Octopus and Pyro, Slumberlicious Bomb Diggity, Natsu, the leader of the Fairy Tale and the Snake Discord, DUJ2 and Star, and Endofin for allowing me to post my poll in the server and sharing with the community to get as many answers as possible. If you guys enjoy the video, please be sure to leave a like, otherwise dislike and comment down below your opinions on how I could have potentially made this video better. If you really enjoy the video, consider subscribing to my channel for really in-depth analysis on medals, pool videos, and medal showcasing. I try to post as regularly as possible, but not as frequent as I like, but I assure you that I only am interested in posting higher quality of content. I also do live streaming on twitch.tv/GillyRB2007, link in the description, where I also play Kingdom Hearts Unchained Key, all the Kingdom Hearts games, and many popular shooters. And if you ever want to just say hi to me, you can find me on my Discord server where I'm easily accessible at, link in the description. Thank you all so very much for watching. I'll see you in the next episode. I'm out of here.